Good day. Today we're going to be looking at angle relationships. Vertical angles are angles that are across one another on intersecting lines. These angles are always congruent. So angle 1 is congruent to angle 3 in the diagram that I've shown. Likewise, 2 and 4 are congruent. Adjacent angles are just next to each other and they share a common side. Supplementary angles, I'm looking at the bottom right, as two angles whose sum is 180. That is any two angles. A linear pair is a mix between adjacent and supplementary. If they are adjacent, they're side by side, and they are supplementary, then it is going to form a straight line that is going to be a linear pair. So a linear pair is a special kind of supplementary angle because it is adjacent. The last one on the bottom left is complementary, any two angles whose sum is 90. Let's practice some of these in the identification. So what kind of angles do we have between angles 1 and 2? Number 1, they are across from one another, they are vertical. Number 3, 1 and 2 are beside, therefore they have to be adjacent. They are on a straight line, therefore they are going to be supplementary. Because they are both adjacent and supplementary, they are a linear pair. Number 5. If we look at this intersection of two lines, so I'm going to ignore what looks like the x-axis. 1 and 2 are across from one another, therefore they are vertical lines. Now if you notice, we have a right angle marker in the bottom right-hand corner. Therefore, the top right is also going to be 90 degrees, which tells me I'm bisecting this angle, so I have 45 degrees on the left side and 45 degrees on the right side. Angle 2 is congruent to angle 1. We've already established that. Therefore, it is also 45 degrees. Angle 1 plus angle 2 is 90. Therefore, these are complementary also. Go ahead and try numbers 2 through 6. Okay. Using angle relationships to find angle measurements. Let's do some algebra. Number 1. These are vertical. X is equal to 112, and I'm finished. Number 2 is complementary. So x plus 68 is equal to 90. I know it is equal to 90 because of that right angle marker. I'll let you solve it from there. Number 3 is a linear pair. 124 plus x equals 180. X is going to be equal to 56 degrees. Or technically, I guess you could just say 56, but whatever. I'm going to skip number 4. I'll let you try that one. I'm going to do number 5. For number 5, we can see y and 72 are vertical. Therefore, y is equal to 72 degrees. They're congruent. We can also see that x and the 72 form a linear pair. Therefore, x plus 72 equals 180. This tells me x is going to be equal to 108. And lastly for z, I'm going to erase these lines so it looks less cluttered. I have a right angle here, I know from the bottom left corner. So z and 72 are complementary. Z plus 72 degrees is 90. Therefore, we can find that z is equal to 18 degrees. Go ahead and try number 4. Alright, the ones with words. I'm going to do numbers. I'm going to do numbers 7 and 9. Number 7, A and B are complementary angles. So I know they're going to be adding to 90. If the measure of angle A is 42, find the measure of angle B. From the top, angle A plus angle B equals 90. Angle A is 42, so 42 plus angle B is equal to 90. Subtract 42 on both sides. Angle B is equal to 48 degrees. 1 and 2 form a linear pair. This tells me they are supplementary, so angle 1 plus angle 2 equals 180. Angle 1 is 113. Find angle 2. When we solve this, we're going to get angle 2 is equal to 67 degrees. Try number 6 and 8. Using algebra. I'm going to do number 11. If AB is perpendicular to CD, right angle markers finished. And measure of DCE is 7x plus 2. And ECB is x plus 8. Find the measure of angle DCE. Alright, these are adjacent. So my angle addition, I know that 7x plus 2 plus x plus 8 is going to give me the entire length of this angle, 90 degrees. Or to be mathematically correct, it will give me the entire angle measurement anyway. You can solve this from here, however you like. 8x plus 10 equals 90, 8x is equal to 80, x is equal to 10. However you want to solve it, there you go. From here, find the measure of DCE, which is the pink written stuff. Measure of angle DCE is equal to 7 times 10 plus 2, 70 plus 2, 72 degrees, and I am finished. Take a minute, try 10 and 12. Number 13 is not hard. I believe you can do it. It does have a little bit more work since you need to solve for x first and then y. Let's look at number 17. Actually, let's do number 14 and 16. I'll let you do 15 and 17. 14. Angle R and angle S are complementary angles. They add to 90. Measure of angle R, 12x minus 3, and S, 7x minus 2, equal 90. Find the measure of angle R. You can use Desmos if you want. You can solve this by hand, but x is going to be equal to 5. Measure of angle R is going to be 12 times 5 minus 3. This is 60 minus 3, 57 degrees. Finished. One and 2 form a linear pair. The measure of angle 2 is 6 more than twice the measure of angle 1. I don't know what angle 1 is, but I do know when I add this to angle 2, which is 6 more than, plus 6, twice angle 1, 2 times angle 1, I know it's a linear pair, so it's going to sum to 180 degrees. 3 angle 1s plus 6 equals to 180. 3 times angle 1 is equal to 172. Divide by 3. Angle 1 is going to be equal to 58. That should be a 4. And it is 58. Okay. Find the measure of angle 2. Angle 2 is equal to 2 times 58 plus 6, or you can do 180 minus 58. That one is by far the easier one to do. Either way, angle 2 is equal to 122 degrees. Try those two. I'm going to do number 20 and let you do 18 and 19. EF bisects CEB. So I know CEF and FEB are congruent. CEF is 7x plus 21. FEB is 10x minus 3. Now let's stop there and find out what these angle measurements are. So 7x plus 21 equals 10x minus 3. 3x, 24. 8 is equal to x. So I'm going to plug this into either one to get the same answer. I did something wrong. Hold on. No, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Ten times 8 minus 3 is 80 minus 3, 77. And if I plug this into, just to prove it, 7 times 8 plus 21, 7 times 8 is 56, plus 21 is 77. I was doing 8 times 8 instead of 7 times 8 earlier, which is why I confused myself. But 77 on both of them. Find the measure of DEB. DEB is this bottom corner, And while that might look a little bit hard of how am I going to get that considering CEF and FEB were not in it, I want you to notice that this is a straight line. Therefore, the sum of all three angles will be 180. So 77 plus 77 plus the angle DEB, I think, yep, which is what I'm looking for, equals 180. You can solve this algebraically, arithmetically, or you can solve this by hand, or in Desmos. Either way, you're going to get 26 degrees. So angle DEB (26 degrees). Try 18 and 19. Alright, let's look at your answers. And this is all that we have today, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.